YouTube Shuki here with the review of the Pokemon 20 Clip and Carry Pokeball and Plush of Shaymin, July's mythical Pokemon of the month. And I know this is going up in August 1st, but bear with me, I had a lot of stuff going on in July, so it took a little while to get to these. But I know we're technically in the month of Arceus, but let's look back at Shaymin fondly, will we? So, as always, you can pick these up at Toys R Us. In fact, I was just there the other day. They still had both of these on the shelf, so it looks like stock is getting a little bit better on these. You can get the Clip and Carry Pokeball for $14.99, the Plush for $16.99, so someone's a little bit overpriced, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get these open and take a look. So here's a quick look at the Shaymin box. Now, because this is Shaymin land form, and it has land form attached to it, you now have this going on the sides. Instead of it just saying Shaymin in nice big English letters, it says Shaymin land form, Shaymin forme terra testra. And I'm butchering all this, I know. Shaymin land form, all one word, and Shaymin forma terra. Languages. Yeah, you got a really adorable little picture of Shaymin hopping through the ground right here. So unfortunately we don't get anything for sky form. It is all entirely land form, but given how land form usually is overridden by sky form in terms of products, I think it's okay. So we got that back there. Shaymin, when the is a Gracidea or Gracidea, I don't remember. Flower blooms, Shaymin gains the power of flight. Wherever it goes, it clears the air of toxins and brings a feeling of gratitude, because it's the gratitude Pokemon. So, here we go. Sinnoh region, let's go ahead and get this one open. Alright, so Shaymin gives us an Ultra Ball, and just like the other Clip and Carry Pokeballs in the line, it does have the nice pearlescent finish. You can kind of see it in the white there, and how it's reflecting off the black, which would normally be a lot darker, and a lot more flat, but this one's a nice little pearlescent black, and it kind of comes off as a nice little gunmetal slate color, and it looks really nice. So obviously you got the little clip there, or else it wouldn't be a Clip and Carry Pokeball. You can open that up. Hooray! And you can put Shaymin inside, close it up, and take Shaymin with you wherever you go. Here is the Shaymin figure itself, and it kind of looks sad. Like, Shaymin looks upset. He looks sad. It's like, y'all poison my air so much with your cars and planes and automobile. I said cars twice. Anyhow, jokes aside, he's kind of smiling. Shaymin's generalist, I think. It just looks sad. It looks very sad. And its eyes are kind of gloomy. It's kind of like the Eeyore of Pokemon. But regardless of the facial expression, the paint is really nice on here, and just like most of the other Pokemon, the pearlescent finish really works for this one well. The greens pop, the two different shades, you got the little yellow speckles, you got the pink flowers. It just ends up looking really, really nice, especially the pink flowers. That's my favorite touch on here with the pearlescent finish. It really makes the little figure pop, and I like that quite a bit. Now, obviously, being a four-legged little hedgehog, stands perfectly fine on its own. No need for stands or anything of the like. So when you're done with Shaymin, you just put it in the little Ultra Ball, close it up, and you can call it a day. So let's go ahead and check out the plush. As here's the plush, and it's a little bit unfortunate. Shaymin is a little bit wider of a plush than we're normally getting, because we haven't really gotten any four-legged creatures in this line yet. And so Shaymin's kind of got to be on a little bit of a upward angle, because if you just put it flat, he's longer than the actual box. And so his little nose sticks out, and it's kind of adorable in a way, because it reminds me of like a dog in a crate that kind of sticks their nose out of the side of the cage to sniff the air and see what's going on. So it reminds me a lot of that. It's just sticking its nose right out of the little Pokeball window that they got going on, what's going on out here, and stuff like that. So, they needed to be a little bit bigger, or a little bit different of a shape for Shaymin. But, you got the same text over there with the different landform languages and all that same stuff on the back. It is worth noting that the image right here is different than the one that was on the figure box. Still really cute. It's in a little look at my rump sort of pose. So you got that. So let's go ahead and unzip the box. and let Shaymin out. And here is Shaymin. And Shaymin is one of my favorite legendaries. Not my absolute favorite. I've already went over the fact that Victini tops that list. But I really do love Shaymin, and the plush is okay. I think one of the biggest problems of the plush is it kind of looks like Shaymin was going to a formal party or like a meeting or was going to work or something, because it looks like Shaymin like greased its leaves down, or its grass down rather, because when we look at the actual artwork for Shaymin, you can kind of see how the grass is like bushy and it kind of seems really fluffy, so to speak, and that isn't really portrayed well in the actual plush here, because everything is all like matted down and it's tiered, kind of like a Venusaur or something, and it's all kind of not together, because you can actually stick your finger like all the way through the different layers of like grass and stuff up here, so you can't even unhook some of this thread to make it rise, or else it'll just fall off, because if I do this right, it's not actually connected anywhere in the middle whatsoever. So if you start unhooking these, the entire leaf portion, the grass portion, will just fall off the plush. So that is a smidge unfortunate. So you're stuck with this really formal looking Shaymin. If you want a nice Shaymin plush, I recommend the Landform and Skyform Pokédolls that are currently on the US Pokemon Center website. Landform was unfortunately sold out, but I picked up Skyform at Nationals when I was there, and I love it to death. I love its facial expression, and I did see the Landform held by one of the other competitors, and it was really fluffy and adorable, and I loved it. This unfortunately doesn't really meet that. One thing I do want to highlight on the plush is, of course, the crushed velvet that gives it the pearlescent finish is always very nice looking, and I do appreciate that. The embroiderment, whatever words, done on the eyes here are top notch. Really awesome. You got the cute little smile right down there too. But the one thing I do want to highlight is the flowers. The leaves and the flowers on the side of the head here are a little bit too big if you compare it to the artwork, but it's not grotesquely big to where it's like noticeably wrong or anything like that. But they're nicely done. They have that same crushed velvet look to them, while being a nice sturdy material, so they're not really going to get bent out of shape, which is something I had a problem with my Ash Greninja plush. Some of the accessory little bits just got really bent out of shape and they looked really bad. So they're a nice sturdy felt sort of material, so I don't really see them getting horribly bent up or anything like that. So it's definitely a very nice looking plush in terms of presentation and material and look, because I do love the crushed velvet on these. It's just unfortunate that this upper region up here just doesn't really look as cute and accurate as it really should for Shaymin. But it's a nice plushie, as it should be. But it is definitely not the best Shaymin plush we've had on the market or anything like that. Like I said, if you want a really awesome, fluffy one, go ahead and hunt down that Pokédoll up on PokemonCenter.com. But as always with these, you can go ahead and take your box and you could plop Shaymin right back in, upside down. And like I said, you're going to have to kind of, like I was saying earlier, if you kind of put him in straight, he does fit, or it does fit a lot better than I thought it did. But then it's kind of staring into space. But we're just going to go ahead and kind of put him on that tilt that the package gave him. So hit it, her, I don't know anymore. So that about does it for this. If you're a huge fan of Shaymin, I do urge you to pick up the figure and the plush before they are sold out and no longer in stock. But also, like I said, if you're a huge fan of Shaymin, there are better plushes on the market that aren't this one. But thanks to the 20 logo on it and just the cube presentation and all that I really do enjoy about this line, if you're a huge fan of Shaymin, it's probably worth picking up both in the long run, just because of the collectability aspect of it. But like I said, the plush doesn't wow me or anything like that. The figure is very nice. I like the Ultra Ball. as well, so that looks really neat, and I like everything that's going on with the figure. It's unfortunate that the plush is, I think, the weakest of them thus far, though it's kind of on par with Darkrai and just being really weird and not that great of a plush design. So that's a bit unfortunate, but I still do like the figure. I still do like Shaymin. It's just a shame that it couldn't get a better plush. So that about does it for this review. If you like it, go ahead and blast that like button, comment below, and subscribe for more. And stay tuned until next month, or this month rather, with Arceus. So as always, take care and have a great one. Bye.